These mini vegetable frittatas are a great way to get veggies in your kids and they don't even know it. And for adults, they're just plain yummy. They're gluten-free. They're not egg or dairy-free, but they're gluten-free, and they're fantastic for lunches. The reason why I'm making them today is because my mum said, I'm sick of lunch. Can you make me some of those frittatas? And so a friend of mine gave me this recipe, and I sort of tweaked it and did some things with it. But basically, it's Anthony's recipe, and so I'm glad that I'm able to put it on YouTube. Now, you need to grate the vegetables, and because I'm lazy, I'm using my KitchenAid grater, but you can just as easy do it with by hand, but I'm not going to because it's easier. So, because I always make a lot, I'm putting in, really you can put in any vegetables you like, but I've got 2 large zucchinis, or I've got small little 4 small ones. So for me, this is much easier, but you can just, you know, use a normal grater. Alright, and so once you've done those 4 zucchinis, or 2 large ones or 4 small ones, then 2 carrots. So you've got to love the grater. Just easier. They're bigger bits with the KitchenAid, but it doesn't really worry me. So if you want smaller gratings, then do it by hand. You know, so it sort of kind of can hide the veggies a bit better. Now in Anthony's recipe, he cooks the onions. I don't. I just grate them up. Because I couldn't be bothered. I'm like, that's just another pan. Like, not going to happen. Onion. Comes the grated onion. Make sure if you're doing it like this that you don't, and then a small sweet potato. Easy. Now you can put any vegetables you like, but the basic ones are zucchini and carrot. Okay. Sometimes I put peas in, frozen peas. Sometimes I put pumpkin in. Sometimes I've chopped up broccoli really finely and put it in. Sometimes I put cauliflower in. So, you know, it's all good. I've got all my grated veggies here in the bowl. So here I've got 2 carrots, 2 large zucchinis or 4 small ones, a large grated onion or 2 small ones, and I've got some sweet potato in there as well. I'm just going to pop in 2 cloves of garlic. You don't have to put the garlic in if you don't, but I like garlic and get it into me whenever I can. Now you can put bacon in these if you like, but I just prefer them with veggies. I know that's really weird, but... And then a tablespoon of, these are all organic vegetables. I'm making an organic batch, but you don't have to do that. I prefer, you can use Dijon, but I actually like the grainy mustard. That's just about a tablespoon, as you can see. Very, very important to measure. And then a cup of tasty cheese, basically. My cup full. All right, I have, what am I missing? A cup of self-raising flour. Now I use a gluten-free one for this because my mum prefers not to have lots of gluten. So this is just a gluten-free self-raising flour, and it's really awesome. So just 1 cup of that, and I sprinkle that over. This is a really important part. I sprinkle this over, and I just toss the flour through the mixture. And the reason why I do that is because I like to have the veggies all covered, and you don't want like big clumps of, you don't want big clumps of flour everywhere. All right, just wash my hands. I know you all know by now I have a tiny kitchen. If I can do it in here, anyone can do it. All right, and so then 6 eggs beaten. Now, depending on how many veggies you put in, depends on, you might need to add a few extra eggs. And these are large eggs too. So I think, oh, that looks so good. Okay, now just going to pop in. So the recipe calls for about 1/4 cup, but I just splash because I don't think you need that much oil. And you just mix that around until it's all combined. And I am going to add another egg. It's just the, so can you see that? It looks like just veggies, okay? But I just think it needs 1 more egg. So that's 7 eggs in this batch. And it really does depend on your, so I'll just beat that up there. You know, and I could probably put another one in if I wanted to, but I think 1 will be enough. It depends on how many veggies you've got. So there you go. And that's it. Not hard. So I get my tin, and this is the important part. You can put the patty papers in, but I don't. This is the important part. You've got to make sure that you spray them really well. And I forgot to turn the oven on, so I'm going to put that on now. 180 degrees. And then, spoon. Oh, I forgot the most important ingredient. 2 cobs of corn, but I'm just using organic corn kernels. Oh, how could I have forgotten that? That's ridiculous. The corn actually makes it, as far as I'm concerned. So, oh, I'm so glad. That was just a tin, 1 tin of drained corn. You can use 2 cobs of fresh corn. Oh, how could I have forgotten that? Lucky I had it out already. See, even I make mistakes. All the time. I filled all my containers up. Okay. All nice and tidy. And now what I'm going to do is, this is just called a seed mix. It's pepitas and sunflower seeds, and sometimes you can get one with pine nuts in it. They're different. And I just sprinkle on the outside. I like to sometimes roast these with a little bit of soy sauce or tamari. And you don't have to put these on, but I find that it just texturally, it gives it a nice finish and a nice crunch. And so I am going to pop these into the oven at 180 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. And when they come out, I am going to show you how yummy they look. So here are my frittatas that I've taken out of the oven. I'm going to turn them over. A few of the seeds will come off. And you just lift that up. Oh. And they should all come out of that nice and golden brown on the bottom. Yum. And I just turn them over. And they're ready to eat.